no doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And so here is Dallas searching for their first points of the game. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
Pass to Azania. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Azania. Again, the Magic score.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career, and he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to. You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone. Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Another steal. Here's Azania. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Smith. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And here we go. And that one's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Another steal. That shot wide open. 20 points for the chosen one.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Wesley Matthews checked in for Ellis, and Barea subbed in for Williams. Nowitzki a screen. Here's Parsons, and counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off. And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
Gordon with it. Matthews covering. The chosen one passes to Smith, and it's Orlando with another.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Matthews, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. Orlando leading by 22. Here's the chosen one. 20 points for him. Screen by Smith. Here's the chosen one. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's...
Let's take him back.
Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is. He likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive...
Oh! Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
That's tipped. And again, Orlando running the court in transition. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
They've really caused a lot of trouble with their defense, and it's paying dividends for them at the other end.
Good defense leads to easy offense. No one can question that's the case right now.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor, and really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
And the Magic with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Gordon with no one around. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors. And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Out to Harris. Fires from deep. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's the chosen one. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. The chosen one's got 24.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture. Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Harris with it. Picked up by Ellis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Jordan, he's checked in for Pachulia. Chandler Parsons comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Williams in for Devin Harris. Here's the chosen one. He's guarded by Williams. And he gets the bucket. 11 points for Tobias Harris.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
The chosen one. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He's feeling it, and it's Orlando with another.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Ellis on top, looking for his first basket still in this one. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get
a dominating first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie John. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now we take you back to Kevin Harlan for...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Been a stellar outing in this one for the chosen one. He had 29 points and a ridiculous number of steals. This game is all about him right now.
full domination mode, guys.
Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Ellis is out there with Darren Williams, and it's Jordan in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from three the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior. And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Back to Williams. Parsons for three. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And it's 6 points for Chandler Parsons.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Screen by Smith. Good ball movement here by the Magic. The chosen one. Again, the Magic score.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists. This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
Exit to Ellis to stop the run, and he gets it to go. Ellis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
I tell you what, it's almost like,
wow. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist total, they've been clearly the better team. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Dallas might always be considered a football town, but they take their basketball seriously here, too. Huge attendance numbers, a long string of games for consecutive sellouts for the Mavs, not only last season, but for many years gone by.
And how about being 3rd in the league in average attendance? And by percentages, they were first as they oversold the capacity of their stadium on average.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Matthews comes in for Monte Ellis. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Parsons' shot is off. Orlando's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's the chosen one, guarded by Barea. Passes it to Hazanya. Launches a three. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
You know, for the Mavs fans filling up the building, they had good reason to. I mean, really strong 27-14 record for the Mavericks at home last season. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Barea, no good. To the inside from 12 feet out. And again, it's Orlando converting.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
The three from Matthews. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Matthews has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
Exactly, making certain the right call was made. They've done a great job of speeding the process and giving the officials the information they need to arrive at the right call.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always...
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Orlando's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. So on the floor for Orlando, Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. The chosen one out there with Hazonia, and it's Smith in at the 5. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target with his 3. Here's Orlando now. Here's the chosen one, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Oh, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Barea, no good. Here's the chosen one. Lets the 3 fly. Count that one. The chosen one's got 48.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And here's Matthews from the arc, and he gets it to go.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
Got a piece of it. Jacks up a three. The shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Count the bucket.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just...
Look at this. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight-up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Soft touch on the glass.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's the chosen one, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Charlie Villanueva. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Felton's checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's the chosen one, and it's Orlando with another.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Here's Villanueva. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the third consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Another steal. Fast break, here they come. Here's Hazanya, and the layup is good. Hazanya's got 21 in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Orlando.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Nasty, absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Yeah, and you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
And he gets it to go. 68 points for the chosen one.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Magic.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the chosen one. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place. And for Dallas in the playoffs, really, it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Screen by Villanueva. Matthews goes in, but Julia. It's deflected, but they get it back. He was all alone on that one.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's the chosen one, and he jams it with authority.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
The 2K Sports pregame show.